Members of the BC Government and Service Employees Union work on the front lines of direct government services as well as in healthcare, education, public safety, transportation, and community social services. Over the decades, we have also stood on the front lines in the battle to protect these services. Following the inflation crisis of the 1970s, a new economic philosophy, neoliberalism, took hold of Western politics. This new approach to governing put profit before people. Bill Bennett's social credit government of the 1980s was the first to impose drastic cuts. The most sweeping legislation, tabled in 1983, was an attack not just on public services, but on labor rights and civil society generally. All public sector collective agreements were on the chopping block, and the government began firing members, including our union's leadership, without cause. Labor's reaction to these measures launched Operation Solidarity, a historic movement mobilizing tens of thousands of working-class people across the province. BCGEU members were central organizers of the coalition. We staged wildcat strikes and took direct action at Chronicles, a mental health facility near Kamloops that the government wanted to shut down. During the 22-day occupation, members stood up for the 325 patients and ran the facility themselves. Through hard bargaining, we were able to save collective agreements for our union, as well as all other public sector unions. But as workers province-wide were poised for a general strike, the coalition's union leadership made a controversial decision to call it off. Bennett's government went on to cut key services like legal aid, human rights, and tenancy branch offices. Thousands of layoffs over the next decade drove the province's unemployment rate up 2%, all in the name of strengthening the economy. Meanwhile, privatization and deregulation of key services jeopardized public health, safety, and the environment. Through the 1990s, some services were restored, but this time austerity budgets at the federal level meant that any gains came with trade-offs and more cuts. By 2001, BC had one of the leanest public sectors in Canada. But this didn't stop Gordon Campbell's newly elected BC Liberals from making deeper cuts and privatizing public services on a scale never seen before. Once again, unions and social justice groups joined forces to pressure the government, which quietly restored $500 million that it was planning to cut. Since then, BCGEU members have continued to defend the public programs and services that British Columbians depend upon through campaigns, public policy research, lobbying, and through mobilizing. Attacks that were meant to weaken our union have forced us to adapt and made us stronger. The struggle continues.